Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Worry Free Wednesday. And I hope you like my new digs with guitars in the background. But I hope you're doing well. Our focus today is don't believe everything you think. See, every single one of us has thoughts that pop up, and sometimes you have thoughts that bring worry or sadness or fear. But here's the thing, our thoughts aren't always facts, right? The Bible gives us wisdom on this in 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. And it says this: We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Military words. We're in a battle. We're in a war. And the battleground is our mind. And it's a battle of our thoughts. It talks about taking every thought captive. What it really means is that we have the power to choose what we focus on. We don't have to let every anxious or angry thought, run the show. Think of it like this. You have a choice to question your thoughts. If a thought comes that says, I'm terrible at this, or you always blow this, or this will never work out, you can acknowledge, okay, that's a thought, and then decide if it's true or if it's just that pesky inner voice or the voice of the enemy trying to get you in fear and speaking in fear. Think of your mind like, let's say you went out on your back porch, or maybe you're laying in a swimming pool, and you're looking at a big sky. That's your mind. And sometimes dark clouds, negative thoughts, drift by, and sometimes it's blue sky, positive thoughts. You wouldn't scream at the clouds for being there, all right? They're just there. They're part of the weather. In the same way, don't beat yourself up for having negative thoughts. They just happen. The key is noticing the thoughts, noticing the clouds, and choosing to focus on the sky instead. Does that make sense? Here's another idea. If a harsh thought arises in your mind, try talking back to it like you're a good friend. For instance, if your thought says, you always fail, counter it with asking, is that really true? What evidence do I have to the contrary? Maybe you remember a time when you did okay, or you made progress, even if it was small progress. You might be surprised at how easily an extreme thought can be warmed up a little bit with just a little bit of truth. Now, here's today's practical step for you. Here's something to try. The next time an upsetting thought pops into your head, I'd like you to pause and write it down, maybe in a notebook, a journal, maybe it's a notes app, and then under it, write a more balanced response to that thought. For example, if the thought says, nobody cares about me, nobody's called me, nobody's checked in on me, and write it down. And then give a reality check underneath that. Say, actually, I had friends that texted me yesterday, and I've got a family who love me and a God who's crazy about me. Just do this once a day. And here's what it can do. It can help you see that negative thoughts can be reined in. Tiny steps is all it takes. So as we wind down today, remember this: your thoughts are not your destiny. You have the power, with God's help, or simply with getting a little calm clarity, to catch a bad thought and replace it with something kinder and something true. And so give yourself a little grace today. Maybe perhaps a few kind words added to that internal dialogue that's going on, because you deserve it. Then, how about we do this? Let's crush Worry-Free Wednesday together. Are you in? Well, if you enjoy these short, encouraging videos, why don't you like them, comment them, share them, subscribe? And until next time, worry less, live more, and let's not just have a good day. Let's make it a great Worry-Free Wednesday.